Hi soulmates, I'm Nelly. Today we are going to learn how to draft a basic bodice. Now let's start. This is a pattern paper. We have a white pattern paper. We have this brown one. You can also use a cardboard. I've gone ahead to draw some of my lines. Some measurements we will need for this tutorial will be the shoulder measurement. Mine is 15. The shoulder to bust point, 10. Shoulder to waist or half length, 17. You call it waist or half length. Blouse length, 23. Nipple to nipple, we call it bust span. But for us to understand it well, I will say nipple to nipple, 7.4. That is the distance from one bust nipple to the other. Now, bust circumference, this means round your bust. Waist circumference, round your waist, and hip circumference, round the hip. This hip circumference measurement, we'll be using it at the hem of the blouse, at the hem of the bodice pattern. Now let's start. As you can see here, I've gone ahead to mark some measurements. This first line is known as top line or shoulder line. The second one is bust point line. Our bust point line. This one is our waistline or half length. Then this last one is our hem line. That is the length of our blouse or our pattern or our bodice pattern. Now you can see this is 10, 17, and 23. Now, the next thing we'll do is to get our armhole measurement. To get your armhole measurement, we'll say bust divided by 4 minus 1.5. You see it? The bust divided by 4 minus 1.5. The bust we are using is 36. 36 divided by 4 gives us 9. This 9 minus 1.5 gives us 7.5. Now our armhole measurement is 7.5. Now from our shoulder line, which is still our top line, our shoulder line will come down by 7.5. Some can use 8, some can use 7.5, but I want to use 7.5 because my stand measurement gives me 7.5. 7.5. Now we'll label this armhole measurement or our armhole line. This is our armhole line, our bust point line, waist line or half length line, hem line. Remember I said our bust point is 10 inches, waistline is 17 inches, hem line, this is our blouse length, is 23 inches. And of course, you have to measure this on the body of the client. You don't just take these numbers, you measure them and make sure where the fullest part of the bust is, which is the bust point line, you note. You take the waist, you note, then where you want your blouse to stop, you also note. Then this armhole line, like I said, bust divided by 4 minus 1.5. And our answer here is 36 divided by 4 gives us 9 minus 1.5. It gives us 7.5. And that 7.5, we started from our shoulder line, which is our top line, and mark, look at it, 7.5. Let's continue. Now on our shoulder line, remember our shoulder measurement is 15. And I said we will divide it by 2 because, like I said, this is one part of the front bodice. When you want to cut your fabric, you have to fold your fabric and put your pattern on top of it. When you finish cutting, if you open it, it will give you your full front pattern. You understand? Because of wasting paper or wasting time, that is why we do this. Now, on the shoulder line, which is our top line, okay, let's use it as shoulder line. On the shoulder line, we'll mark 7.5. Okay? Now, on the armhole line, I don't know, armhole line, we also mark the same 7.5. We'll bring it down, which is our shoulder measurement. On the armhole line, we'll connect it together. Now let's work on this line. On this line, the human shoulder is not straight, it is slanted. If you just start measuring, taking your measurements and cutting your sleeve and everything, you will find out that there will be a bulge here. So being that the human shoulder is slanted, we will have to slant our sleeve, our armhole line. Now look at it. For an adult woman, will come down by 1.5. Will come down by 1.5 inches. Now, still on our shoulder line, the next thing we'll do is to get our neckline. Our neckline is where the neck of the clothes or the neck of the blouse stays. Now, the neckline, just like the armhole line, also has its own formula. We do all this so that at the end of the day, you will not say, the cloth is too tight on my neck, or the cloth is too loose. You will get a perfect fit. Now, to calculate the armhole and the neckline, we say bust divided by 8. Whatever we get, we'll divide it by 2. Then whatever we get, we add 1. Did you get it? For instance now, our bust is 36 divided by 8. Use your calculator. You divide it by 8. And when you divide it by 8, we get 4.5. We divide it by 2. All these formulas, go and write it. If you cannot cram it, write it somewhere and keep. So that whenever you want to draft, you bring it out or you remember it to get your accurate measurement. The beauty of any dress is its fitting. Now, 4.5 divided by 2. It's 2 inches, 2.25 inches. Our answer here is 2.25 inches, then plus this 1. Giving us 3.25 inches, which is 3/1/4. You see that? For this person, when we use this neckline measurement, the dress will fit well. Nothing like my neck is tight or is so loose. Now, three one quarter, 3/1/4. Mind you, this is just for the basic bodice. After all this, you can still alter your neck to whatever design you want. Even if you want it to be wide neck, you want it to be deep, anyhow you want it. Both, sweetheart, anyhow, Princess Annie, anyhow you want it, you can alter it from this basic bodice. But for the basic bodice, we use a curved neck. You can use a V-neck, you can use whatever, but for this class and the basic bodice, we'll use a curved neck. If you want it to change it to V-neck, that means you come down again maybe by any inch you like, and you draw it or you curve it. Now after this, we have to connect a line from that 3/1/4 to our slanted mark, our 1.5 slanted mark. You see it? Can you see it? Now, that is that for the neckline. Let's go over to the armhole. From the armhole line, go up by 3 inches. Yes, go up by 3 inches. That mark and mark it. That place you mark, go in by 3/4. That's 0.75 inches. You should know that this is 0.75 and 1/4, half, 3/4. Okay. Now, let me do it like this so that we understand. From here. See our 3/4 mark. You see that? Then we connect from that 1.5 slant down to that our mark. You see that? Now the next thing to do is to get our bust measurement. Our bust measurement is 36 and divided by 4. You know why I divided it by 4? This is half of the front bodice. The other half is the second one. The back bodice also divided by 2, which gives us 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So 36 divided by 4 will give us 9. Now our bust for this pattern, our bust measurement here is 9, because we have divided our bust circumference by 9. Sorry, we have divided our bust circumference, which is 36, by 4, giving us 9. Now we'll mark our 9. After marking this 9, we come in with our curve ruler. This is a curve ruler. Some people use free hand. If you don't have a curve ruler, you try to curve it with your hand. But for the sake of pattern drafting and neat fitting, please try and get a curve ruler. We make it in a way where it fits. I hope you can see this. You see that? Now, the next thing to do, your bust measurement should be on the armhole line, not on the bust line. On the armhole line, please. Now, what we'll do next is to take our waist measurement. Our waist measurement is 27 27 divided by 4. We are still going to divide 27 by 4. It's going to give us 6 3/4. 27 divided by 4 will give us 6 3/4. That's 6.075. That's 6 3/4. Okay. Now this is 6 3/4. Hope you can see that. Now, we need a dart because the human body is not just straight. We have curves everywhere as a woman, the bust curve, the waist curve. So we need to fix in this dart to be able to fit the clothes very well on these curves. Now, we will add 1 inch for this dart. 1 inch. When we get to advanced class, you will learn how to add more than 1 inch for maybe plus size or so. Anyway, if it's a plus size, add 1.5 inches. But for a slim person like this one I'm working with is 1 inch. From plus size, like from waist 36 upwards, you add 1.5 inches. But for sizes from waist 35 downwards, you add 1 inch. Now, our round hip measurement is 38. 38 divided by 4 is 9.5. 9.5. Now, let's connect. Please note, this is not our hip line. This is not our hip line. No. It's just we are using the hip line measurement, the hip measurement, hip circumference measurement for our hemming line, for our blousing seam, for our blouse hemline, so that it will sit well. Or you can also take the measurements of where you want the blouse to stop. You can take the circumference if you want. But for this class, we will use the hip line measurement, as in the hip circumference measurement. Now, it's time to get our dart. Now, on the waistline, as in this center front, this side is called the center front, and this is the side front. I take it again. This is known as the center front. That's the center of the blouse, and this is the side front. Now, from this center front, we have to go in by our bust span here is 7.4. 7.4 divided by 2 will give us 3 3/4. 3 3/4, and this is it. You mark your 3 3/4. Go to from the bust point line, 3 3/4. 3/4. Okay. Now we connect. This is our bust span line. If you check here, the measurement is 3/4, and I told you this is the center of the front bodice. Sorry. If you add this into 2, it will give us our 7.4. Okay. Now, to get our dart on our waistline, or half length line, please, we are using 1 inch for this pattern. If it's a plus size pattern, we will use 1.5 inches. Now, we place our tape like so, as in from 1 to 2 is still 1 inch. I don't want to use this, I want to use here. It's still the same thing. That's 1 inch. We will share it between these two parts. We'll be giving half here and giving half here. You get it? Now, on the bust points line where we started, where this line starts, we have to come down by 1 inch. 1 inch, please. 1 inch. Then from there, we connect. From there to this half inch and down to the waist and to the hemline, or in some cases it will be the hip line, but the hemline. Connect. You see it? I'll use a marker so that we can see it very well. You see it? Now, for us to get a well-fitted shoulder, if we leave it like this, at times it will bulge. It will have a little bulge. For the front pattern, we have to come down the front pattern, we have to come down by, look at what I'm doing, please, half an inch, so that when you put on your dress, it will be firm. It will be very, very smooth and firm and well fitted on the shoulder side. All these little details that's what makes a dress come out very well. Now, you connect it. This is our basic front pattern.